استخدام نيسانكا صاحب الشركة، صاحب شركة اكسرجونكس.
Well, thank you. You know what? I get the hardest part of the afternoon. Everybody's about to go to sleep and I'm going to speak, right? And I had to come behind Jay, which is also a difficult thing because you saw the amount of excitement he's got about what I am doing. A lot of you, I think some of you, how many of you have actually heard me speak before? So quite a few. Okay, that's good. Because hopefully I don't put you to sleep and let the other guys go to sleep. So thank you so much for being here. I really think this is an opportunity for me to come back in front of everybody, talk about what we are doing as a company. I think the most important part of this is that I am a technology person. So in another way of putting this, I'm a geek. Okay? Which, you know what?
Go geek.
Go geeks, you're right. There's a lot of people who are very successful in this world. And if you look at almost everybody who has built the next revolution of technology, most of these guys were nerdy guys. And I don't consider myself to be this nerd, but I do love technology. Many years ago, and I'm talking many years ago because I just hit one of those milestones. I'm a little bit over 50 now, so just over 50, so it's a little tough for me to even consider that being over 50, I'm in a position in my life that I want to do something beyond working and working for someone else or working throughout the day. Now it's time for me to give back. Jay talked about giving back, and this is what it's all about. We've got to put this into perspective. We, as a company, looked at technology for the last 10, 15 years that would actually revolutionize the way products are brought to market. Everybody asked me why I wanted to do MLMs, because I'm not an MLM person. I'm not a cryptocurrency person. But one thing that I am is a technology person, and I've always been on top of technology. And if you heard everything that was preached today, whether it came from Chris, whether it came from Becky, whether it came from Jay, they were all talking about changing what we do. And I'm on the stage today because I do believe that I can change the world. Someone once said, I want to bring a computer to every home. Do you know who said that?
Bill Gates.
Gates. So I'm on the stage today to tell you I want to bring a battery into everybody's home.
يجيب بطارية في كل بيت. فيرتوجو
Technology.
تقريبا.
It's interesting. I think I may have to bring this a little bit closer, otherwise it's not gonna act. That will work. So I'm going to talk about myself a little bit about the company, and then I'm going to get really into the technology side. I came to the United States in 1987, and I came there with a suitcase. Everybody today resonates that because that's who I am. I came there with nothing. I made it very well. I started as an intern for a company called Gates Energy, which is this company here. Gates was a very small corporation. I think their annual revenue was around $15 million, which is not a very big company. Several years later, Gates merged with a company called Hawker, and I started as an intern. I left the company as a senior executive. We took the company public. In 2002, we listed the company as a $2.7 billion IPO. So, and it was all in the battery industry. I was working for someone, I was a top executive, started as an intern, did very well. 35 years old, and I basically told myself, if I don't do something on my own, I will never do it. I walked away from a very, very high-paying job, which was very successful. Everything was going my way, and just thought, you know what, I really want to do something and do something on my own. Left the company, took a second mortgage on my house, cashed out all my stock, drained the bank account, and started a company called CoCam America, which was based another battery company. It was the first lithium battery company in the United States. The company did really well. 4 years later, we were over $1 billion in capitalization. We were in the right place at the right time, and I always consider myself to be lucky because we built a lithium battery company. President Obama comes to office and he says, I'm going to put 1 million electric cars on the streets, and he starts putting money into producing batteries. Well, our battery company did really well. We were the first lithium battery company. We got $460 million from the federal government, and we built $1 billion company. So all of that was very successful because we brought cutting-edge technology and we took it to market. A lot of it actually came even before. Okay, this is going to be a little tricky. Okay, there. I better stand on this side. Long before Tesla, everybody is familiar with Tesla today, right?
Yes.
So long before Tesla actually produced the first electric car, we actually took the Lotus footprint. This is the Lotus Elise. That's a car that we converted completely to electric. That car was produced to do 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. By the time we finished with it, we were driving that car at 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds. So it kind of gives you a perspective on how we are building the company. And a lot of the technology that came from there was what went into electrification of vehicles. We did the drivetrain, we did all the battery systems. This was all the products that were made in my former company that we ended up selling to Dow. Going forward for me, it's been how do we really take a close grip of everything that is going on in the environment. I've always said the holy grail to the electricity problem that we have, the energy crisis that we are in, has been to take out the energy that is being wasted. So a lot of what I have focused for the last 10 years of my career was to bring technology that can capture the losses and put it back into the market. This is what I have been doing for the last 10 years of development. A lot of these companies that you see on the bottom here, Exergonix is the parent company. We acquired a company called Coda Energy last year. Vertigo is a product line that we'll talk to you a little bit about. Neighborhood Power is actually doing solar out there. Biactors is a biotechnology company, which I'll tell you a lot more about today. BGS Energy is actually in the cogen generation that ties batteries and generates and then produces it. So we do a lot of that. And XeCoin, Power On Network, you know a lot about it today. I've been pulling all of this equation together for the last 5-6 years. I ran into Ave Evanson, you met him today, and Ave basically said, you know what, I love what you're doing. He told you the story. I was with him in Singapore. He was actually doing a very good job. It was a high-paying job, working for a hedge fund. And after we met, he kept me there for 7 days, hostage. Crazy. 7 days later, he quit his job and left to the US with me. We flew to LA, and he's been with me since. The kind of impact I personally feel that people love what I'm doing. Ave was the first one to actually show me that this could go viral in an environment of an MLM. That is why I feel now, it took me about 9 months, guys, to be convinced that this is a good deal. I'm not an MLM person. It's very difficult for me to wrap my head around a bunch of people talking about what's going on with me and my personal life and the company and everything else, doing it in a very open platform. It was very difficult to put my head around it because not all of it is sometimes true. So you all know this. So for us as a company, I need to figure out a way to manage that. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that also. A lot of the systems that you're seeing with Jay building this, with Urban putting together systems to videos to help you trade. You've all met Urban, is in the back there. He's actually going to be helping us through all of that. This is very critical to building a very powerful network. There's one thing I want you to understand. This MLM, this cryptocurrency is got to be different from anything else out in the market. It's very important to me. Every one of you in this audience have to be very committed to making that a success. We've all had a lot of background on dealing with things that have been. We are not selling air, we are not selling soap, we are not selling toothpaste. So we are selling a very technical product which can not only change your life, but it should also change your children's lives and the lives beyond that. Jay talked about this. This is to change a life for the next few generations. And we will bring this technology so that you can build a business around it. It should be a business not for a year, not for a day. It shouldn't be a business for 5 years. It shouldn't be a business for 10 years. This should be 30, 40, 50 years of your careers. Okay?
Yes.
A lot of the technology that I'm going to talk to you about today came from work that I did with the Department of Defense. I did everything from upgrading the nuclear submarine fleet for the US Navy, to F-16 aircraft, to F-18s, to B-2 bombers, and all the way to soldiers who are carrying more batteries than bullets. Sometime back, when we went to war, our soldiers actually were carrying more batteries than bullets. Can you think about it? The weight of the batteries were much heavier than the actual bullets that they were carrying. And the reason is, everything is electronic warfare. It's night vision systems, it's SINGAS radios, it's GPSs, lasers, and even Walkmans at that time were plugged into batteries. So what happens is the soldiers carry all of these batteries, and we found that we could actually reduce, with technology, this is all technology driven, we were able to reduce the actual weight of the batteries by 85%, going to the technology that we're going to introduce to you today. But we also increased the power or the energy by 33%. So that tells you that's a life or death situation. And what we've done is basically given them a vehicle to go and to save their lives. The same thing with a lot of the stuff that is happening on ground vehicles. Ground vehicles, the silent watch is when you turn your engines off and you run everything off batteries, because you don't want heat signals to see the engines running in your vehicle. The silent watch time of a typical military vehicle was 30 minutes. We were able to put technology in there to increase it to 13 hours.
Wow.
So that's really
Wow.
saying, am I going to get shot at or not, right? It's saving lives. And we did that for our soldiers. So I want to tell you, this is cutting edge technology that was introduced. This is what my career was all about. And we brought it into this market. But I didn't do this by myself, guys, okay? I'm here today, but the most important thing to me is people. People in this audience are much more important to me than the product and everything else. It's so important that we build this together, because there are a lot of things that we have to get changed over time. And you're finding this out. When you looked at the back office network and we found things, there were glitches that needed to be fixed. We're finding things about the technology that needs to be adjusted to fit this environment. That feedback that you give is so important. What is also important is who is doing that. I have a huge team that has been working with me. A lot of these people have been with
تشوفوا
me
الناس دي
for
كلها في موقع
over 20 years.
exergonix.com في
The
about
interesting thing
about
is
the
my
team.
partner
تلاقي
Brand
كل
was
الناس دي.
with me for 22 years now in the career. He was one of the guys that actually started with me, and I was at Gates Energy, and I knew him from there, and now he has become my business partner, and he's been with me. Pete Nordman is our Chief Technology Officer, been in the industry for 30 years. I will go through every one of these guys, but Stephen Gates, I'll tell you, who is running our solar site. He was the first guy in California to put solar on the roof. He started a company doing this just fresh out of college and started doing this as a business. And today he has joined me, and we've done over $200 million worth of power purchase agreements for solar. So it just gives you an idea of some of the things we do. over here was the partner in crime that I actually met in Singapore. He's sitting here now, he's back. And it's interesting, he left with me. And it's been a very, very good relationship. Avi and I have become best friends because we've got to know each other a lot more now over growing this business together. But one of the things, Avi, if you don't mind getting up here, I want to embarrass you a little bit more.
Wow.
But Avi has actually not been, he's been like a brother. He's been helping me with understanding the MLM side of the business. He's
Mr.
also
RV,
helped me to bring some of the
ده
key people.
ده المدير
If you
التنفيذي
think about
لباور
the
اون
guys that
اكسبرس
we're bringing in,
للنتورك ونظام
the only
العملات
way to be successful is to bring
المسؤول عن
people
إدارة
that know
الموقع
the
نفسه.
industry closer to you. And we've been doing that. I mean, we brought people that have been in the MLM business for 30 years because we do feel that they are the ones who can
يعني صاحب
take
الشركة
the
على
path
الشمال
for us.
مستر دون
I'm not an expert, but
ومدير
I
التنفيذي
do
على
learn.
اليمين مستر ار
And
في.
the only way to learn is to find the best people out there that can teach you. So we've been doing that together. But also what is very important to me, outside of all of these people, is the transparency of the business. I don't want to do this if you can't see what we are doing as a company. It is very critical that you are able to see where your money is, where we place the income, how do you get paid, how much money did you earn. Those things are so critical that unless we have total transparency on how the back office operates, you cannot have that trust level. A lot of you have got burnt in the past, and it's so important to me that we don't go down that path. This Power On Xpress has to set the standard for the MLM industry and the cryptocurrency industry.
واو.
Okay, just so you know, first time I mentioned MLM to Don Nissanka. You should have seen his face. This was not the easy sell. It was, oh no. That world I'm not a part of. I don't know what you're talking about. No. We do it the regular way. But he's here today, and I'm very happy for that. And that's why you're here.
Yes.
Talking about the transparency, Don has his company here, Exergonix Investment,
investment.
and the management are here, the board is here, owns Exergonix and all the other stuff that Don talked about.
ودول البارتنرز اللي احنا اتكلمنا عليهم.
Nigel Power, BO Actus, and the BGS. But on this side, we have structured it so Exergonix investment partner and shareholders,
احنا هنا.
they are a part of Exergonix Investment Trust,
احنا في الجنب
who
العلوي.
owns Global Power PTE Ltd. So that means all shareholders in Exergonix also owns Global Power PTE Ltd. And we
كلنا
have
كأعضاء
Power On
اكسرجونكس
Xpress,
كلنا موجودين برضه في شركة اسمها جلوبال باور. معنا
we
الكوينات
don't own
ومعنا
the
باور
coin,
اون
we just
اكسبريس.
control it together with Power On Xpress. That's all. And make sure it's transparent, make sure the smart contracts are there, and we make sure that it's visible for every one of you. Everything we do. Okay? Is it good?
Good.
Oh.
Very good.
Okay, Don, you take it from there.
So what is important here is that we have our management and we have our investors. Just like any company, any corporate structure in the world will have their investors, and you have a management team that runs it. We build the same structure behind our MLM. Our business is now divided into two pockets, our management team and our investment partners. Our investment partners owns 50% of the coin, which is basically being managed. Exergonix and their management owns 50% of the coin, and we manage it that way. So it is very transparent to you. The company Exergonix is funded, and between the two, we share in the ownership of all of this thing. So I can't run away today and close my business and leave you guys hanging, and neither can the MLM. MLM tomorrow cannot walk away without having the same responsibility that I want of them to be to us. So we're making it very transparent for everyone. So why are we in this industry? We are in the largest industry in the world. Last year, we did literally $5.9 trillion. And I say last year because this is 2017 and this slide hasn't been updated. I don't have the numbers for last 2016, but in 2015 we did $5.9 trillion worth of energy, of which 60% was just thrown away. And everybody thinks, oh well, throwing away this energy is just leaving your lights on. And that's not it. It's lost because we have a grid system that is so old and antiquated. From the place of production to the place of delivery, we lose all of that power because it is lost in transmission lines, it's lost in heat, it's lost in the way it is delivered, it's not produced at the right time, and it's not delivered at the right time. So therefore we lose basically 2/3 of the energy that is produced. That, if you think into perspective, we are basically, our industry and the market we are in is to capture that and bring it back to the consumer. Just the problem today, and if you just look at some of the studies that have been done, this is an actual data from a test that was, or an evaluation that was done by Lawrence Livermore National Labs. They looked at all the different kinds of energy that's been produced. Solar, wind, petroleum, coal, natural gas. They literally looked at every form of generation there is. They took that and looked at what's been delivered. They realized that 67.8% of the energy that's been delivered just in the United States is lost, amounted to $700 billion a year. So our market is huge. All we have to do is to just figure out a way to go capture that energy, and we met the requirement. We are not creating a market. We are not going to have to sell to anybody. This is just a device to go capture that energy and bring it back in. So we are creating a different kind of market which already exists, and we're putting a tool to go capture it. It is not the same thing as what you may have had to do in the past, where you have to go incubate this and work on it. And no, we are going to give you the tools to go do that. The way we are doing that is with the energy storage system. The energy storage system was developed basically with technology that we acquired for the last 10 to 15 years. A lot of it was trial and error in the beginning. Some of it went into some military applications.